Everyone. 30 minutes are where I dig through the news and find all the good stuff so you guys don't have to. 30 minutes or less. Why? Because anything longer than that's probably just BS, anyways. Today is April 28th, almost the end of April, you guys. April 28th, 2026. It's Tuesday. Still the beginning of the week. Yeah, you're not quite there at hump day yet. It's 3 degrees Celsius. That's 37.4 degrees Fahrenheit to you guys down in the States. And it's trying to snow again. Wow, this weather we're getting right now. Yeah, farmers aren't going to be too happy. Actually, even just people gardening aren't going to be too happy right now. So let's get right into the news. Over to Alberta in Canada. Alberta is starting a 120-kilometer an hour pilot project this week. This will be good for some people, who have lead foot syndrome. That's all I see. Like, is this going to be good? Because yeah, speeding tickets are just going to get more expensive. You already have people speeding, you have people doing 120 and 130, so you bump up the speed limit. And they say the infrastructure, they look into safety concerns, like, can the roads handle this? They look into safety things like this. And yeah, like, it doesn't make any sense, you guys. Look at what happened in 2000, what was it, 2015, when Manitoba raised their fuel or their speed limit to 100 and 100 to 110. Now do the basic math when it comes to fuel costs now. Okay, now you're adding 10%. What's 10% of 100? 10%. Now add that 10% on top of 100%. Like, simple mathematics. So depending on the vehicle that you're driving, you could be spending an extra 1.4% on your fuel, up to 10% more fuel. Even 20% now is what we're talking with what Alberta wants to do. And with rising fuel costs and stuff that are happening, you're the government, and even with the tax being removed, the access tax, has anyone seen any change in fuel costs? No, fuel costs are still going. Now they want you to start spending 20% more fuel. Now think about this. Like, it doesn't make any sense. And do you get there any faster? I watch people speed past me on the highway all the time, and you normally end up catching up to them because they either have to slow down for a red light at some intersections or even stop for a train in certain parts of the highway. So do you really get there any faster? And is this gonna, like, be any benefit to anybody? No. It's the wolf in sheep's clothing pulling that his sweater over your face. Like, thank you. What's her name? Smith, Danielle Smith. Thank you so much for this. This is great. And like, you see, like, everyone thinks they're getting a good deal when it comes to stuff like this. You're not. You think you're getting some benefit. But yes, this is how they trick you into doing stuff like this. Okay, we'll make it sound like this is a good thing, and then people will be happy about it, but we'll just see. Just wait. With the fuel costs coming up, this is just getting out of hand at all. Like, people think they're getting a deal. Meanwhile, you're just getting a Trojan horse. That's exactly what you're doing, and this is exactly what the Alberta government is trying to do. And like, to anyone who's an Alberta separatist, like, no offense or anything, what do you expect to get out of this? Like, you think you're getting a deal when you're gonna get a Trojan horse at the end of the day. Like, good luck, Chuck. Let's see how you end up with all this stuff. And like, oh my goodness. And this is the premier you guys have in power that are trying to push for separatism. Yeah, yeah, just putting the wolf or the sheep's or the wolf in sheep's clothing, putting his sweater over your face is what Daniel Smith is doing right now. And if other provinces now, they're going to try and follow suit because everyone's got to be better than their neighbor. So every other province now is going to be like, hey, well, Alberta raised their speed limit to 120. This is just the perfect way for the federal government to get more taxes out of you guys. You an extra 20% more taxes. Like, think about this, you guys. And with rising fuel costs being the way they are right now, yeah, good luck. And then over to the UAE, Dubai. Dubai is leaving OPEC. And OPEC is a Middle Eastern group that processes a lot of oil. As of May 1st, they're stripping their title from that oil monopoly. being the third largest producer out of that group, weakening in the leverage over the global oil supplies. Like oil just jumped up today after this announcement. Right now, it's pushing around $111 per, what is it, Brent oil. So yeah, that has doubled since the conflict has started in Iran. Like it was down, I think it was around 55 to $65 per barrel before the conflict kicked in, and now it's up to, well, my last checked, it was around 111 dollars per barrel, which is up 50% since the war started. So like, yes, I understand what Dubai is trying to do right now, because right now they're not happy with OPEC, because OPEC right now isn't producing enough oil for it to be profitable for Dubai and the UAE to make this feasible for them. Like being a part of the OPEC deal at first, yeah, they were producing only, was it 3.4 million barrels per day. And now they're bumping it up around to 5 million barrels per day, because they want to see some value of what they're producing. And if nobody's producing, it kind of puts them in a bad situation. Like they want to start getting product out. But if it wasn't for OPEC and these other countries kind of sandbagging every other country right now, it, it's a total mess, you guys. Like this fuel costs and stuff, this isn't going to change. We're going to see fuel costs, especially with the UAE pulling out of here. Yeah, it's going to be beneficial for the world at the end of the day, but we're still in a long road ahead of us when it comes to fuel and stuff like that. And energy costs, yeah, expect those to start rising. Food costs, we're already starting to see food costs rising. We're already starting to see debates between grocery stores and food manufacturers. Like it's just a complete mess, and there's really nothing we can do about this. So, well, just everyone just hold on. Like that's all we can do right now is just absolutely hold on. Like to be the bearer of bad news, but we should be talking about this in the news. This is happening right now, you guys. Like, well, instead of talking about all this other nonsense, this is stuff that we need to be talking about. But good for Dubai actually stepping up right now and, figuring out, hey, we're getting ripped off here because of this OPEC deal. Good for you, because you were getting ripped off completely. And then down into the States, tech companies have been rushing to build natural gas power plants to drive their data centers, as the cost of just building one of these power plants now has spiked 66% in the last 2 years. A report from Bloomberg, oh, yeah, a report from Bloomberg, sorry. While natural gas remains low in the US despite the war with Iran, the price to build a combined gas cycle turbine power plant has rised risen from less than a $1,500 per kilowatt capacity in 2023 to $2,157 in this year in 2024. So, and now it's going to take 23% longer to complete some of these facilities. So again, we're going to have to pay for all these things. And now with like inflation, just building these plants, some of these tech giants might have to start looking into alternative resources to start powering these systems. Because right now they're just taking other power from, markets that probably need it the most. And yeah, this isn't gonna work. This is We're all gonna have to pay for this. Like at the end of the day, it's the people using it. We're gonna get taxed on top of this, or these power companies are gonna start just raising their interest fees and their billing on you. Like it, we're all screwed. We're all screwed. Kind of speaking of that, I had a buddy the other day. They came and switched his meter to a digital meter. He had one of the old original like classic ones. And once they put the new digital meter in his on his house, he got a bill for $1,900 on past payments because they said the old meter was reading incorrectly now. So now he's got to pay this $1,900 bill as a senior citizen who is already on, like, very limited funds as it is. This is what power companies are starting to do. And this just happened the other day. So now when power companies are starting to, hey, we're going to start changing your meter, be very careful about the devices you're using in your house. When it says like these are smart devices, these smart devices talk to the meters. So say you put something like a space heater in your house. That's not a smart device. Your smart meter reads that and now is going to start charging you more, which they're already doing already. So be very careful and be very weary about certain products that you are even plugging into your house. And be worried about these digital meters that they're putting in. Oh. And what's funny is I know some military veterans, they have refused to put digital meters in their homes or on their homes. And they've been allowed to not, which I'm wondering why certain military people are exempt from having some of these digital meters on their homes. So that's a little messed up. And then some world news. Well, a little bit of Canada news, a little bit of US or world news. The World Happiness Report released new data stating that Canadians under the age of 25 are increasingly more miserable than the rest of the world. Canada is now ranked 72 globally, just falling behind the United States, Australia, New Zealand, the United Kingdom. Hey, 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 hey. They said we're friendly and nice. No one ever said that we're happy. Okay? So like, yeah, we're a friendly people. We just fake it till you make it. If somebody actually really did ask you how you're feeling, you'd probably we'd probably just lie about it, be like, "Oh, that's okay. Everything's okay." Just, yeah. How you doing? I'm fine. It's because we don't want to bring up our problems to other people and stuff like that. But like the reason for the age from 25 and under right now being very unhappy with the way things are doing in Canada is because it's hard to find a good, reliable job that, is sustainable. Like everyone has to worry about either getting laid off or their companies getting shut down. And like nobody wants these minimal jobs, working at McDonald's or Tim Hortons and stuff like that. And then again, how are you supposed to afford a down payment on a house when you have these minimal jobs? Yes, there are people that we do need to fill these places and these voids. But if you want to make it anywhere in this world, you have to have some form of good type of income that's sustainable and safe. Like a lot of people are worried that tech giants are gonna just start weeding them away. And look at the auto industry, all these people that are laid off that have like great skills, but they don't need people with all these skills anymore. So like really putting people in a bad, bad situation when it comes to stuff like this. And for Canada to be ranked 72 in the happiness report of the world, I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. Yeah, we're not happy, but if you come to Canada, I guarantee we're going to be the nicest, most friendliest people you'll ever meet. Even in Manitoba, it says on our license plates on all of our vehicles, friendly Manitoba. And this is why we have a major influx of people here too as well. Doesn't help the housing market is just crazy. Houses being built in every major city just ridiculously fast, and just trying to figure out where all these people are coming from. Like it's amazing to see how much is being built and how many people are actually moving in. So yeah, Canada being 72. Hey Bernie, how's it going? Whereabouts are you from? Oh, so that's pretty much it for the news today, you guys. News stripped down 30 minutes or less. Why? Because anything longer than that's just BS anyways. And let's end a. Oh yeah, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Pretty close to 1,000 subs, you guys. Well, that 800 mark is pretty hard. And just a reminder, I'm gonna be switching over to new strip down. This right here to its own independent thing. I'm gonna be doing that completely independent from this channel. I want to separate myself. I'll probably do that next Monday. So I'll put some notifications up. I just want to make sure everything's solid on that side. But for yeah, let's end everything off on things that happened today in history. April 28th, 1611, the oldest existing university was established in the Philippines and was the largest in Asia, and that was a Catholic university. 1611, the oldest Catholic university. And it's in the Philippines. It's pretty crazy. And April 28th, 1770, Captain James Cook aboard his HMS, everyone, Bueller, Endeavour. HMS Endeavour was the first to land in Australia at the uh, Botany Bay. And then April 28th, 1789, Fletch Christian led a mutiny on HSM Bounty against his captain, William Blur. Sorry. April 28th, 1910, Claude Graham White takes the first night flight in England. The first night, like that's something no one could ever take away from you. The first person to take a flight at night. And look at the Guinness Book of World Records. I know it's everyone's always worried about who's gonna top that. Well, that's one record you're never gonna be able to top. And April 28th, 1937, Pan Am operates its first scheduled commercial trans-Pacific flight. Yeah, interesting. 1937. Do you think the passengers would have been scared back then? Like 1937, you're getting like, I know they probably promoted it. It's safer than a boat. I don't know. I would have been scared. I don't know if I would have wanted to been on that first flight across the ocean, especially with a bunch of other people. Yeah. Interesting. And then April 28th, 1928, RCA and General Electric installed three TV sets in three homes in New York City. And these TVs that they had installed were only 1.5 inches big. And they were just doing this as a test to see what they could all do with this new television set. And then in this day, April 28th, 1965, Barbara Streisand does her first television special. Barbara Streisand. I think they meant to say Barbara Walters. I think that's Barbara Walters, but that's what was written there, so I don't know. The one time I actually plagiarized something and it's probably wrong. And then, yeah, in this day in history, April 28th, 1887, Europe's first motor competition was won by Marquis Dion. Uh, and he was on a a steam powered quad cycle built by a French toy maker. Wow. A quad cycle run on steam built by a toy maker. So the first actual motor event, 1887, and it was on a quad cycle. Wouldn't that just be a quad? I don't know. Well, then a quad cycle, wouldn't that just be a car? Anyone? I don't know. Like quad. Quad means four, so wouldn't that be a car? Whatever. Or maybe it was two bicycles put together. So they quad cycle. But a quad cycle would be, wouldn't it be four bicycles? See, these are the questions I ask myself. I should ask the AI that question. Wouldn't a quad cycle be four bicycles? And then famous birthdays, April 28th, 1758 to 1831. James Mon-Fri, he was 73 when he passed. He was the fifth U.S. president and one of the founding fathers. He was a Democrat Republican. And April 28th, 1908 to 1974, Oscar Schindler, he was 66 when he passed. He was an Austrian industrialist who is credited for saving 1,200 Jews during the Holocaust. Yes, even him being a Nazi spy, and being a part of the Nationalist Party. Yeah, I think there's a little bit of controversy about this guy. Did he really do that, or did he just do that to, save his own skin? I think that's really what it came down to him. And then April 28th, 1926 to 2016, Harper Lee Wright, or Harper Lee. She was 89 when she passed, and she was a famous writer known for the famous novel To Kill a Mockingbird. And April 28th, 1937 to 2006, famously, yeah, Saddam Hussein, famous dictator from Iraq. He was supposedly captured and brought to the U.S. and faced charges. I don't think that was the real Saddam Hussein, and he was 69 when he passed. April 28th, 1948 to 2015, Terry Pratchett, famous writer. He was known for his novel series. I think there was 40 novels of, what is it, Discworld series. Kind of sci-fi, ahead of his time, and quite popular, and translated into multiple language. And he was 66 years old when he passed. And April 28th, today, 1966, John Daly is 60 years old, famous golfer. His name's brought up quite a bit. And 1966, April 26th, rapper Too Short, also known as Todd Shaw, is also 66 years old today. Today in 1974, Philippe Cruz is 52 today. Uh, Oh, sorry. Uh, Penelope Cruz. Sorry, not Felipe. Penelope Cruz is 52, and you probably remember her being the wife from the movie Blow with Johnny Depp, and also in the movie Vanilla Sky with Tom Cruise. Both kind of played some weird kind of psycho in both of those movies. So, I don't know. She always has a tendency to play weird people. And then today in 1981, Jessica Alba is turning 45, and you probably know her from the series Dark Angel. And then today in 1995, Melanie Martinez is 31 today. She's known for as a singer. She was on The Voice in 2012. So that's it for the news today, you guys. It's kind of crappy what's happening in Alberta with that oil thing, or with the road. Like, I can't. Nobody brought this up anytime in the government. Only time they bring up, raising the speed limit, it's like, oh, safety concerns. Can the highways handle this? Like, why is nobody talking about the extra fuel cost you're going to be spending? Like, you guys have to wake up. Like, you're all being duped. You're all being duped right now when it comes like, oh, now we can like drive faster, we can get there faster. No, because you're still going to have the same speeders. Now you're going to have more expensive tickets, but you guys need to wake up. You think you're getting something for nothing. You're not. You're getting a Trojan horse here. Absolutely. You raise the speed limit from 100 to 120, you're going to be spending 20% more fuel. So now the government, you're just paying more taxes. And it's not like we're seeing any difference here after the tax break, supposedly, of that access tax. Is anyone seeing any difference? No, because the fuel prices are still going up. So, yeah. Everyone in Alberta, wake up. Wake up. You're not getting any deals out of this. But that's it for today. Hope you guys like the news. I'm here Monday to Friday, 4 to 4:30 p.m. Central Time. News stripped down 30 minutes or less. Why? Because anything longer than that is just BS anyways. So I'll be back for hopefully Wednesday's show if I still have internet. Um, I don't know. Mine might get cut off here soon. So I don't know. We'll see. As long as I can get my bill paid in time. But everything's done digitally now, so if you have cash in hand, it's not like you can just go pay bills like that anymore. So I don't know how I'm going to put this cash in the bank and transfer it, because I don't do any of that. If I can't see cash in my hand, it's not worth having in the first place. And then you always know what you have. you know. Okay, I'm out of here. Hopefully, see you guys tomorrow for Wednesday's show, 4 to 4:30 p.m. Central Time. Be there, please, and don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. But there's no point of subscribing because I'm gonna get all you guys to jump over to the new strip down by itself. So peace out. Love you all, and everyone be nice. Stop being grumpy and stuff, because grumpiness feeds other grumpiness and really diminishes people who are trying to be good in the world. Okay, peace out. See you guys tomorrow. Waka 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 way.